60. It's time for our conversation with the superintendent of the River Valley School District. He is Philip Martell, and our conversation is brought to you by Marcus & Mack, voted best personal injury law firm in the Best of Indiana County contest. Marcus & Mack, a law firm representing injured people. Mr. Martell on the line with us this morning. Good morning to you.
Good morning, sir. Great to be back.
It's good to have you with us. My goodness, we've got all kinds of things happening in educational circles here in Indiana County, and your school district happens to be right in the middle of a bunch of it. The STEAM Academy, and then last week the announcement of the expansion of program offerings, welding and electrical fields. Tell me about that decision, because that's a big one, and it requires an awful lot of behind-the-scenes work before you can ever make an announcement like that.
It does, and we know right now throughout Pennsylvania there are really no open welding slots or opportunities for students. It was always on our radar, but our board decided to kind of step up and say, hey, let's make the capital investment, because that's it is a large capital investment, and get this program up and running, and that's exactly what we're doing.
Yeah, and one of the other interesting things about it is, to me at least, is that your school district has actually targeted some occupational fields in Pennsylvania that have already, and for a while now, been identified as areas where there are opportunities, number one, but where there is a severe lack of workers in those fields, and so you're addressing some shortages. I know the teaching profession has been really something that you have addressed, and if I'm not mistaken, medical field too, right?
No question about it. We survey, our students. And we always, we have our SMART program that's been in place, been very successful for the first year, but we knew down the road somewhere with our delivery model we were going to look at potential other health programs. But after surveying our students, the immense amount of interest was there. So we moved forward with career pathways in healthcare, and that will be a partnership with St. Francis University, which will give an industry credential at the end of the student's time there. And then also with biomedical technology. Both of those programs will start again next year. And
they're something that are really open fields, and putting those programs together in cooperation with other organizations. It's really one of the ways that the educational field is opening up now, isn't it?
It really is, and the emphasis that we put on either with our partnerships with higher ed, but even just giving a student that industry, letting them obtain that industry credential or certification before they leave here. So in the case with our partnership with St. Francis, the students will earn in their senior year, they'll spend 4 months at the lab up in Altoona, and they will earn a patient care technician certificate, and that guarantees them immediate placement with UPMC for a starting salary of $80,000, or they can go on and continue into nursing or what other type of potential field in college if they so choose. But it gives students an option.
Yeah, I'm just looking at what the Pathways to Health Professions course outline is, and it really does take in a lot of the things that we might not even consider to be a part, but they're obviously a very large part of what the healthcare puzzle is in Pennsylvania. There are a lot of workers needed in that industry.
Tremendous amount. I mean, just in every level, just the conversations that we have, even with the folks over at IRMC, the need. So those are the conversations we want to have with our industry partners, because they need to tell us what evolving trends, technologies are taking place, needs are in the workforce. Then that allows us to be able to go, work with our students to expand those trainings, potentially to land in one of those areas. But they're a key component of what we do. None of the success what we're having would be without the help of our industry partners.
Something that you have been talking about since before the STEAM Academy actually came into being is the opportunity to open up those programs from the River Valley School District to students from other school districts. And that has always been something that has been coming, and now it's here. Talk about that.
Now it's here, and it's in education in general, we need to be able to have these type of partnerships. So we're giving tours daily to students potentially that are looking to come from other schools in the region. But we're also looking to what type of delivery models we have taught, because if we can do some of this online, it beats those boundary problems where a student may not have enough time to come here and to get back to their joining school. So we're looking to put some of those delivery models within our learning management system online that still work with our teachers. So just creating that flexibility, so if a student's outside of the range, probably we look at the 12-mile radius around Salzburg,
Mm-hmm.
Then that's the challenge. So I said to my team, how do we get over that challenge? We need to look at how we deliver the instruction, because a student that may be in Pittsburgh may want to be able to take the cybersecurity course. So how do we deliver that online? And that's really that was facilitated by schools calling us, especially we even received calls from cyber charter schools saying, we don't have these programs, but we'd like to offer them to our students. How can you deliver them to us? Well, so it's been fun figuring those things out.
Yeah, and that requires an awful lot of legwork, because then you have to work with the individual school districts. I'm sure that there's a template that you'd like to follow when a student from school district A or school district B wants to work out an enrollment agreement with your school district for the STEAM Academy. So say they want to do a particular course at the STEAM Academy, but they'll obviously be still within their own school district. You have to work with each of those schools, no matter where they are.
We do, and it's because if not, we're really not addressing the workforce demand needs. Like, that's really it. The challenges that the district may have, but then, the logistical challenges, and that's what's important about what we're doing too, because this delivery, so we can do a hybrid model where maybe some instruction online, but then lab work may be one day a week or on weekends. Like, we're looking to be very flexible here, because it's really, in the end of the day, it's working with the district, but more importantly, working with those students, to be able to bring them to that point. Because, we're seeing the success. I mean, I announced last week we have, right now, I thought when I was at the board meeting, we had 90 of our own students in grades 10 through 12 that were signed up for courses at the STEAM Academy. That's now increased. We have 107 students, which probably is 33% of our population in our high school now will be in the STEAM Academy next year in these programs.
Yeah, that's a pretty great percentage of things. And remember how young of an institution the STEAM Academy is. One of the programs that was mentioned, and it's in association, I believe, with the Electrical Occupations Program, is the Power Line program. Explain what that is.
Linemen are much in need, and they're very lucrative careers. But obviously, if you think about we think about traditional electrical lines. Let's talk about what the broadband shortage in our country, especially in the rural areas. The linemen are very active in that, as far as when they lay the broadband for the internet connectivity. This will be a movement over the next number of years. We partnering with REA, Rural Electrical Association. They've been a tremendous partner with us as far as providing us resources, different things. But linemen, they so choose to go into the Power Line program, easily six-figure jobs, sometimes even upwards of, a couple $100,000. And just going through this program can help them do that. So it's an incredible opportunity, and we figured it was a good fit.
So anybody interested in any of those River Valley programs at the STEAM Academy, it's rvsteamacademy.org. That's the website. It's a good place to start, right?
Absolutely. And we, like I said, someone will get back in touch. We're setting up tours daily for parents and students to come through and see the incredible success we're having. So we're excited. We really are where we're going.
Meanwhile, we've still got a school year to complete, and there's a lot of work that needs to be done for that to happen. We're in the crazy season. We're into the month of May. That means prom. That means preparations for graduation. There are field trips and all of those things that the impending end of a school year bring. And students get there's a lot of work to be done, but there's a lot of fun to be had as well.
There is. And, it's crazy is a good way to put it, because I just actually lived at our prom coordinator. I swear, she's going to have a nervous breakdown. And I said, just tell her, Heather, it's like a snow day. When I call snow day, I'm either going to have half the people mad and half the people happy. We make sure the kids are the prime focus of this.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it, because there are all kinds of issues that go on with prom. I think one of the things that we don't think about as often as we should is that young people, they're not fully developed adults, and we see adults that have problems with social situations and with dating life, and certainly when you're young like that, you're just getting started in that, and you have to figure some things out. And
no question about it.
I always say that with school athletes as well. We're worried about this kid's performance on the basketball floor, or that kid's performance on the softball team, or whatever it happens to be. We have to realize these are kids, and they're dealing with a lot of things for the very first time in their lives.
No question about it. And it's just that we try to make the situation best case for them, because you're right. And it's something they're going to cherish the rest of their life. So it has to be memorable, but it's just May is crazy with graduation, and all the other fun things that come along with that.
Yeah, there's all of that. And at the same time, you're preparing for summer school, and that comes both at the secondary level and in the elementary level. And I think probably I don't spend as much time on elementary issues as I should in our visits. But talk, if you would, about that.
Yeah, one thing we're doing this year is we made an aggressive attempt because it aligns with our vision. We're offering 15 accelerated courses for our students this summer. Because quite honestly, Todd, when I walk around and I see students that are seniors and they're taking 2 classes and they're in 5 periods of study hall, it's not the best interest of our students. I want our students to be able to come through and graduate when they want to graduate, but more importantly, allow them, if they so choose, their senior year to take get an internship, to get a job. Anything that aligns with them to be much better served than sitting in a wasted study hall. So we're being very aggressive in offering those this summer because that'll allow our students to accelerate, obviously, through the system. But along with that, we're doing our elementary STEAM and remediation camps as well because we're still struggling coming out of this pandemic. And as I said before, probably on your show, this is a 10-year problem in the United States. It's not a 3-year fix. It's not a 5-year fix. We're going to see this is going to be a 10-year hurt from this pandemic on a lot of different fronts.
Yeah. You making the progress that you'd like to see?
Not as much as I'd like to see. So we have to decide on how to be a little bit more aggressive. We're seeing a little bit more issues in elementary, especially when students are trying to get out of the gate. So we're going to ramp up our efforts there, especially when it comes to the reading and literacy program part of it, because we know we have to do better. But also we have to take in consideration what these kids went through with this pandemic. So we're going to continue to put an emphasis on it. We have to. That's what because if a student cannot be able to read, no matter what level, what good is it for them? They're not going to be able to go into any of these programs or do different things. So that has to be a prime focus of what we're doing.
Absolutely. All right, Philip Martell, Superintendent, River Valley School District. Thanks for the visit today.
Thank you, my friend, and take care.
You too. Have a wonderful day. It is the voice of Indiana County. It's WCCS 101.1 FM and AM 1160 and WCCSradio.com.